Texas. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Speaker up. Let me grab this stuff. Do your chain hang low? Do it wobble to the floor? We back, baby. Welcome back to the SEC Championship game. Your Georgia Bulldogs. Appreciate you. We backed our way right into that motherfucker. Then win, boy. Or did we? I think we haven't lost since Ole Miss. That was a few weeks ago. We, it's hard to end the SEC schedule like that, but beat everybody else. No big deal. We beat everybody I ain't gonna say we were supposed to, but we won enough games to be in there, so we in now. Sounds like college football playoff is guaranteed. I think I'm about to sneeze. Hold on. Nope, just kidding. College football playoff is pretty much guaranteed. They're talking about Alabama getting in with 3 losses. So if Alabama's going to get in with 3 losses and we made it to the championship game, even if we lose, then we'll also have 3 losses. So that takes care of that. But, there's only 5 power conferences and a whole bunch of at-large teams going to get in and blah, blah, blah. Like Eli Manning won a Super Bowl and didn't win a division that many times. So there you go. Meanwhile, I don't want to talk about the Falcons today. They get on my nerves. Appreciate you. But I guess we'll see y'all on Saturday for that rematch, Longhorn Country. Sorry, Texas A&M. Y'all had a shot. It was in y'all house. Y'all let it get by. Oh, well. Anyways, hey, y'all welcome back to the show real fast. It's your boy, the Savvy One. Appreciate you for pulling up to the party with your boy. It's 3 minutes in. We got to get it in. And y'all know what we finna do. Right to those platform superstars. Appreciate you. And nobody wanted to talk about that Jerry Jeudy revenge game we had on Monday night. He got drafted by the Broncos, number 15 overall in 2020. Yes. On Monday night, he got revenge. When I say he got revenge, to the tune of 800, that's been me, 800. 235 yards, a tutty, a 2-point conversion, 13 targets, 9 catches. Appreciate you, Jerry Jeudy, pulling up to the party. Y'all give it up for Jerry Jeudy real fast. Those statistics were located on the... Y'all know the vibes. Appreciate that. And... Appreciate it. There it is. Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels, y'all know who Jayden Daniels is. Y'all know what Jayden Daniels do. So, we'll say 25 of 30, 206 and 3 tutties with a pick, 9 carries, 34 yards, another tutty in this thing. That's what Jayden Daniels do. Jameis. That boy Jameis had 3 interceptions, 2 of them for touchdowns. Yet here Jameis sit, number 3 on this list. 33.23 fantasy points. Why? Because he threw for 497 yards and 4 tutties, and he had a 2-point conversion in this thing. Also, 3 carries for 11 yards. It's only a little bit, but it still matters. Appreciate that, Jameis. Josh Allen. Y'all know who Josh Allen is. Y'all know what Josh Allen do. Josh Allen did something crazy this week. He threw a pass for a touchdown. He ran for a touchdown. And he had a reception, or no, and he had a touchdown catch without a reception. Some crazy stuff happened. Like if you saw the play, you know. But Josh Allen threw it out to Amari Cooper. It was a bad pass. Amari Cooper caught it with one hand. Josh Allen said he thought it was a bad pass, and so he ran out to try and make sure that interception or whatever. And Amari tossed that bit to him, and he went around the corner and dove from 4 yards out and got that touchdown. Appreciate that. Y'all give it up for Josh Allen. That is an effort play, Josh Allen. That is the type of stuff that wins you your fantasy championship. Appreciate that, Josh Allen. Thank you. Caleb Williams. Speaking of clapping it up, one more again. It seemed like outside of Bo Nix, a couple of these quarterbacks had a little slump, and then now they came back and they doing their thing. I know Anthony Richardson's not a rookie, but he got benched for 2 games, and he's been putting up 20 ever since. Caleb was in a little slump. He didn't get benched, but he came out of his slump to the tune of 20 completions, 256 yards, and 3 tutties, 4 carries for 39 yards in this thing. So that is the Superstar Platform Buddies from the Let's Go Over to the Old OG Special, where you see that boy Jerry Jeudy one more again. You know the stats. It gave him 40.5 over here. Appreciate you. Jameis, you saw Jameis had 33 points on. We are in the OG Special. Regular, standard, everyday scoring does not like quarterbacks. Appreciate that. Unless they can run. But 32.98 over here. Brock Bowers. We are in the receiving league. Brock, you saw the quarterbacks. I was even in the sleeper app because their touchdowns are worth 6 points. So when you throw 4 and you get 8 more points than you would regularly get, all the things. Brock Bowers. Since we are at this time of the year, it is Brock Bowers and appreciate ya. Oh, look at that chain hang. It's so pretty. Oh, it don't make no noise either. I think I might leave it there. Josh Allen. Once again, you know the vibes with Josh Allen. You know the stats. That's what Josh Allen do. And Jaden Daniels one more again for a cool 27.64. You know the stats. 3 tutties and I'm picking that thing. Yeah, for 1, 2. Appreciate you. So it made noise, so I gotta take it off. I don't like all that noise in my ear. That is the OG Special, and we will slide to the old Savvy David Duke for your Booski Duke. Appreciate that, Chanel. Jameis, because we are a little bit less friendly to receivers. Not that we are not friendly to them, but less friendly. But when you go off for 235 and a tutty, you're going to be in the top. It's because of my league that Jerry Jeudy is not the tops on all platforms. It's because of my league. Oh, well. Jaden Daniels, Russell Wilson making an appearance up here in this thing because he threw 400 yards. 400 yards get you 4 extra fantasy points. Appreciate you. But, Russell Wilson, he had 29 completions, 414 yards, 3 tutties, 3 carries for 3 yards. That's 0.3 more fantasy points in that department. He also had an interception. And Josh Allen doing what Josh Allen do. Appreciate you. Y'all give it up for the platform superstars one more again. We're gonna come right out of that and go right into that is the sleeper app for last week, where I got another victory. I gotta show y'all these standings real fast before I could do anything, because I was 2-7? Yes, I was 2-7, 2-6, whatever. I was 3-7. So now I'm on a 3-game winning streak. But you got to look at how tight this race is. Look. Bruh. It's pretty tight. It's pretty crazy. We will get back to that. 147.56 and 92.43. I got 147 points and 2 people scored 0. I can't wait to cuss out Will Disley and Kyle Pitts for not scoring no fantasy points this week. 6 and 7. Let's throw that thing up. Mine first because I won. Damn. Anthony Richardson. Anthony Mother Richardson. Appreciate you. That boy, Anthony Richardson, had 50% completion for 109 yards, but he had 2 tutties in that thing. He had 9 carries for 48 yards, another tutty in this thing. He had 2-point conversion in this thing. 27.16 fantasy points over here on the old Sleeper app. Appreciate that, Anthony Richardson. I knew it. It was a little, at first it was a little shaky, but it's not shaky no more. Fantasy points are fantasy points, however you get them. I mean, if you're a Colts fan, watch it and, be miserable, whatever. I mean, I'm a Falcons fan. I watch Kirk Cousins be trash and Drake London still got me 17 fantasy points. So, appreciate that. But Kyle Pitts got me 0. We don't talk about it. Saquon. That boy Saquon, I ain't gonna clap it up for Saquon this week because he was pedestrian compared to last week. Cool, 107 and a tutty in this thing, but it was against that Ravens defense, so we gonna clap anyway. Appreciate that. Saquon. That boy Saquon and running for the MVP. Also, Joe Mixon, another 20 carries for 100 yards and a tutty in this thing. 4 catches for 18 yards in this thing. Appreciate that. Joe Mixon. Puka. Y'all give it up for Puka Nacua and the thing. Appreciate that. Puka, he's back. And better than ever. So when Matt Stafford has a down week, you have the opportunity for either Cooper Kupp or Puka Nacua to go off. This week it was Puka. Appreciate that. Juwan Jennings, 3 catches, 56 yards. It was a blizzard up there in Buffalo country. The 49ers did not perform as well as they probably would have liked. That's okay. They'll be back. Xavier Legette, 4 catches, 53 yards in this thing. Little scrappy. You're talking about the Panthers. I told y'all. Like, they took the Buccaneers to overtime and everything and almost pulled that thing out for real. I really wish I had a button. I need to make a button on here for where you boo. There's no boo button. I needed the boo, but I'm gonna go for now because that's what I was feeling when Will Disley scored 0 fantasy points. He only had 1 target. So, I mean, it's kind of only a little bit his fault. But then right after that, I was like, one more again because Kyle Pitts, also 0 fantasy points on 2 targets. So it was a little bit more his fault than it was for Will Disley. Opportunities matter. So, you had twice as many opportunities. You didn't get it done. Nick Westbrook. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the type of situations where, like, you just got to look at it for what it is. That boy Nick Westbrook-Ikhine got 8 touchdowns in 9 games. 9 games. That's half of a football season. He has 8 touchdowns. How many other receivers have 8 touchdowns? Exactly. Appreciate that, Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. You are probably a lock in the flex spot. Maybe even my wide receiver 3, but how you're scoring. Because, like, you could be up there underneath Puka and Juwan Jennings. Jared Verse, Nick Bosa was hurt, got 5 tackles, hit the quarterback 3 times, even broke up a pass in this thing. Jared Verse is the real deal. Like, he had a whole bunch of almost sacks this week. B-Wags doing what B-Wags do. You know, when the Commanders blow people out, it comes from everywhere. So we will leave that there where that is at. Appreciate that. Nick Cross. Nick Cross is the number 2 DB in fantasy. I'm going to say that every week. Nick Cross is the number 2 DB in fantasy. Appreciate that. A sack. Don't start with my boy getting a sack on y'all ass. I'm just saying. 9 tackles in this thing. Hit the quarterback 1 time in this thing. 12 fantasy points. Double digits from your defensive positions usually equals good point production. To equal 147.56 to equal we all up in the mix, I might not make it. That'd be sad if I did all that work just to give somebody else a high draft pick. Damn. Crazy. Anyways. That's okay. Whoever pick I got could end up losing, and that could be the number one pick, and I could end up with Ashton Genty on my team. Just saying, because that's who I'm drafting number one overall if I get the draft pick. My boy, he just changed his name to James Daddy. That's because somebody in the group named James, and whatever. But Jameis, we just talked about Jameis. How Jameis went off. I mean, he's starting the lineup, but he's not really starting the lineup. Like Sean Tucker and Keaton Mitchell both got zeros. AD Mitchell got 0. But that Elijah Moore Jameis stack, it's working out for him. Just a little. Not winning. But, at least he's starting a lineup. When you tank, you still got to start a lineup, make it competitive. Jalen McMillan, 2 catches, 25 yards. I'm saying Sam Laporta. As much as I don't want to clap for Sam Laporta, bro, like I have to, because it's been a real down year. So to see him getting points on somebody else's team, and it's good for him. Calvin Austin had that nice touchdown catch against the Bengals. I saw it live. Appreciate that. Tyrone Goodson not touching the field, but that's what he has as running back. He got a whole bunch of draft picks coming up. So he get about 7 or 8 draft picks in this next draft. We'll see what he do with them. Zach Allen, 5 tackles, 4 hits on the quarterback in this thing. Appreciate that. Logan Wilson was hurt. Why didn't he start nobody right here? Yeah, we don't like that. Do better. Reed Blankenship, 4 tackles. Not doing too much over there because it is starting to spread out in Philly country. That boy ended up scoring 92 points. He was projected like 70. He's scoring 92 points, but that's because Jameis, Sam Laporta, Elijah Moore. Yep, Calvin Austin. But he had Aaron Rodgers, C.J. Stroud on the bench. He's just not trying to win. Like C.J. Stroud on the bench with Jameis go off for 30. Adam Thielen on the bench went off. Yeah. He's just not. He got pieces down there that can get him more points. He's just not trying to win for real. He'll use those pieces in the playoffs when he's trying to get that number 1 seed. Or when he's trying to get that number 1 draft pick. To equal 92.43 to equal he's 2-11. I'm 6-7. We right in the thick of this thing. Appreciate you. I will pause right there for the cause and take a quick break and then come right back with the updates for the old OG special and the Savvy Daddy do for your Booski do. Appreciate that. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in this thing, and we are going to jump right into it. We don't like to waste no time. Appreciate ya. Where we locked in division champ. We got divisions in this league. There's 2 of them. Division champion. From basement to champion. 3 years. That's all it took. First year, basement. Worst team in the league. Second year, 7th seed. Middle of the road team. Third year, I'm on y'all ass. Appreciate you. I can't really take super credit. He got a lot of points on the bench. You know how when you lose, but you could have won by a lot? I think that he could have won by a lot, but he didn't. He didn't win by anything. He lost. And now the top seed in this league has 2 losses. Both of them to the same person. Appreciate that. Y'all clap it up for 2 losses to the person who dominating in the league this year. Appreciate that. So now he's only one game up, and we got one game left. He gonna win though. Like, I'm not winning. He gonna be the number one seed because he scored 1 million points this year. I just got the victories. Tom Brady scored a lot of points. 2007 didn't win the title though, so stuff like that don't really concern me. But 126.78 to 98.28. Let's go ahead and throw that thing on up there right now. Appreciate you. And Justin Herbert did not have a good. Shout out to the Falcons. Not the Falcons scoring 13 points on defense in fantasy yesterday and losing. Who knew that that's where the points would come from? Anyways, Justin Herbert got shut down by that Falcons defense. I love saying that out loud. Appreciate you. Kyron Williams, 18.3 projected, 18.3 approved. Appreciate that. It's almost like Mike Clay know what he doing. Tyrone Tracy Jr., you made it through a game without fumbling. You get a hand clap. Appreciate that. My boy. Amon-Ra St. Sun God. We are loaded. We thought Taysom Hill got hurt. It's over with for the rest of the season. Right when you get a key piece, bam, it's over. Top 10 Drizzy. Welcome back, Top 10 Drizzy. Let's see if you are still Top 10 Drizzy. And you should be top. You are number 6. Thank you, Top 10 Drizzy. Appreciate that very, very, very much. Taysom Hill. What a cool 9.7. He was on his way to doing Swiss Army knife stuff before he hurt his knee. And it's got multiple damages to multiple ligaments, and he's out for the season, and he's 34. That is late in your career to get something like that. I'm really nervous for that man. I hope he comes out on the other side and at least be able to do regular things in life. But, man, that is a significant injury. Also, it hurts the Saints real bad. Real bad it hurts the Saints because they got 6 million injuries. Bryce Thomas Jr., BTJ, baby, appreciate you. That Broncos defense. Now, you saw Jameis threw for 400-something yards. That boy, Jerry Jeudy, had 200-something yards, all that. They gave up a whole lot of yards. But you know what else they did? Those 3 interceptions, 2 of them for touchdowns. Appreciate that. Broncos defense. Clap it up for Broncos defense. Help me with this victory in multiple spots. Appreciate you. And kickers be kicking. Chris Boswell be kicking. Cool 15 thanks. Appreciate that. To equal 126.78 to equal 3-game winning streak to equal 10 wins in the Olive Garden League. Appreciate you. To equal playoff bound number 2 seed on lock. Appreciate that. I don't like being the 1 seed anyway. Also, guaranteeing myself out of that first round. Appreciate that. We worked for this. Who's it gonna be? Who is it gonna be? And at this point, I done beat Jeremiah twice. And next time I can see him is in the championship. So if I make it that far and he's there, I'm probably gonna come in with some swag. Even though his team is loaded. You gotta start the right people on the right week. You have to. Like when you're competitive, you have to. Let's slide over to his side real fast. CJ Stroud has been pedestrian all year. Let's just call it spade a spade. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised. When we go through his team, I'm not surprised. But other teams with CJ Stroud have like 5 or 6 losses because he's been pedestrian. Like Alvin Kamara, cool 15 of them things. I watched Alvin Kamara points go up in that Rams game while I was watching Kyron Williams collect points and Puka. So I was nervous, but not really super nervous once Kyron started scoring because Kyron started scoring late. But he came through for your boy. Appreciate you. David Montgomery, that Lions backfield is real. They got 2 of them things over there. Appreciate that, David Montgomery. Jamar Chase doing what Jamar Chase do. 20.3 projected, 20.6 approved. Appreciate ya, Jamar Chase. Juwan Jennings, we talked about the snowstorm that was Buffalo. And he still came out of that thing with 8.6 fantasy points. Appreciate that, Juwan, the new number 1 over there. Where it suffered, this is where I could have got. This is where I could have lost. Because George Kittle been top 2 tight end all year. Not top 5, not top 3. Top 2 all year. But that's snow, though. So that's what happened there. Jacoby Myers. I did it twice. Give it up for Jacoby Myers. quietly the number one receiver in Vegas. Double-digit fantasy points every week. I'm just saying. Like, he been on the bench scoring double digits for my boy for a few weeks now. He doing it in the lineup now. That Texas defense, we did not expect Jacksonville to do what Jacksonville did against that Texas defense, so it got started. It did not work out. Sometimes they just pull up to the party. Let's just leave it at that. And Matt Gay, kickers be kicking. Cool 05, appreciate that. To equal 98.28, to equal all of his people didn't pull up to the party. George Kittle didn't pull up to the party. The Texas defense didn't pull up to the party. For scoring metrics, Jawan Jennings could have done more for him. However, he gonna keep pulling up to the party. So, to equal 10-3, to equal locked into the playoffs, to equal playoffs starting 2 weeks, to equal I get a bye week. Appreciate you. Man, y'all clap it up for going for worst to first in this thing. We at the top of the division. We got 10 wins. It's a division title. Hold on, I'm flashing. I'm taking all the wins all the wins matter to me over here. Start from the bottom, now we're here. Appreciate you. Drizzy 2 times. I'm just saying. It all tied together. Also, Drake May went off on the bench. I could have started Drake May and this could have looked worse. So let's not act like these Drizzies are snapping over here. Like, top 10 Drizzy got 17 cool fantasy points in this thing. And that boy Northeast Drizzy had a cool 19.42 on the bench, and I had 7 in the lineup, almost 8. Watch out now. All right, that is the OG breakdown. On to that. It's me. Hold on. What's that in the background you say? Is that a broom? That's a sweep. Vernie, y'all give it up for Vernie one time. Appreciate that. So I just have this sneaky feeling that Vernie wouldn't be mad if that prize money came to his house. But are you really trying to lose the fantasy championship to your child? I know you'll be happy for him, and I will also be happy for him. But I got that victory this week. Appreciate you, my boy. To the tune of 103.9 to 81.7. We're gonna talk about it right now. Throw that thing up one time. Damn, appreciate you. Sam Darnold. So in the Savvy League, I was a little bit more quiet about the things that I was doing as far as trades went, because they would answer. We would have standing conversations over there, so I wasn't like putting them on blast. But I tried to deal Sam Darnold a couple times. Nobody wanted him. So we're gonna watch Sam Darnold get these cool 20 fantasy points over here, put me in the playoffs, and probably slide me right on through to that thing, if you know what I'm talking about. I would be no higher than the 3 seed over here. I would need Steve to lose these next 2 games. One of them is against me, so. And that's okay. I know Steve coming to get his lick back. And I understand, because I like getting my lick back too. Breece Hall. The Jets look abysmal right now, but he's still trickling out some fantasy points over there. Appreciate that. Bucky Irvin had a hip pointer. I feel like Rachaad White will still be relevant, even though it is the Bucky Irving show over there. So I could probably still use him. Plus, I got enough running backs. Puka, once again, appreciate that. Puka Nakuka. 11.6 over here. 5 catches, 56 yards, tutty. Appreciate you. Terry McLaurin. That's a steal of a deal I did there. I ain't gonna lie to you. At the time that I did that trade, the person that was on the other side of the trade was the leading person in their backfield, and they still get a bunch of touches now that the other running back's back. So Might go ahead and scoop Jerome Ford up in this thing. Appreciate you. Will Disley. I don't have a boo button. I'm gonna get one. He gonna be in Poopy Dupes, the Poopy Pants, the didn't pull up to the parties. He gonna be over there. So y'all be ready. He's still startable, by the way. Just the Falcons had a good day at the office. Cortland Sutton. 6 catches, 102 yards. No tutty. But hit that projection. Appreciate that. That Broncos defense, one more again. You see it. 13 cool low fantasy points in this thing. Because 2 picks, 1 for 6. Or 2 for 6. 3 picks, 2 for 6. And I think that I'm going to keep John Parker Romo for the remainder of the season because I feel like Sam Darnold is a ball mover, but not always necessarily a scorer. So I can get double-digit points out of the kicker for that situation. That boy Youngway, I miss him, but he's not holding it down the way he needs to be. So I can't rely on him like that to equal 103.9 points, to equal 3 games in a row, to equal 8-5, to equal... We are pushing for that playoff spot. I still got to win at least one more of these games next 2 weeks, James and Steve. So let's slide over to the opponent side of things, and there's that CJ Stroud thing that I was talking about. When you're a pedestrian, I'm scoring 20 a week at quarterback over here. So when you're a pedestrian, doesn't help, like 12.7. But that boy Joe Mixon. Appreciate that, Joe Mixon. Also, David Montgomery doing his thing. DK Metcalf, I will have you on the not pull up to the party list because you are not pulling up to the party lately. Brian Thomas Jr., we already talked about Brian Thomas Jr. He also had TJ Hawkinson. I had Taysom Hill. I trusted Taysom Hill more than TJ Hawkinson, but now that Taysom Hill is hurt, I also have to start TJ Hawkinson for the rest of the season. Speaking of Taysom Hill, we talked about the cool old 5 Swiss Army knife was about to do his thing before he hurt his knee. Man, sad for them. That Vikings defense against those same Cardinals. Sometimes the Cardinals pull up to the party. And it's crazy because it's 23-22 and the Cardinals defense got 9 points. We're going to talk about it. And kickers be kicking. Jake Elliott is for the Eagles. You want a kicker for a team that is moving the ball like that. But it didn't help because 6.4, DK, 2.3, TJ Hawkinson, 2, Minnesota, 6. Yeah. So even with the goose egg, it helped me to score 103 points and get this thrilling victory over here. We are not locked into anything over here yet, but we are in a good spot. I will take any of those seeds labeled 3 to 6. Appreciate that. And we are moving and grooving. I think I might be able to squeeze some lineups in here. Let's see if I can do that real fast. And since I'm in the Savvy Davy Dupe for your Booski Dupe, we'll go ahead and start right there. You know, lineups are projected, so if you see them when I edit and something is different than what I said while I was talking, it is because in between the talking process and the editing process, I found something different. What am I doing here? My team. There we go. Sam Darnold, still in the lineup. Breece Hall, locked in. Rashad White, locked in. Puka, locked in. It's bye weeks for Cortland Sutton and Terry McLaurin. So, J-Mo, get your one-time start in. Going back and forth between Will Dissly and Kyle Pitts. Gus Edwards in the flex because that Chief defense is real. That Cardinals defense because the Broncos are on a bye. And I already told you about that John Parker Romo stack. That's how we're going to play that. I will slide real fast to the old OG special where you see it. Locked and loaded. Justin Herbert, Kyron Williams, Tyrone Tracy Jr., Amon-Ra St. Sun God, Top 10 Drizzy, TJ Hawkinson, BTJ, number 13 in fantasy, by the way. Amon-Ra St. Sun God, number 2. Appreciate you. Buccaneers defense against that Raiders offense that looks better with Aiden O'Connell, so I'm still a little shaky on that. And kickers be kicking that boy Christopher. Boswell ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. On to that. Kirk Cousins. You see him. Saquon. Bye week for Joe Mixon. So Nick Chubb in this thing. Puka Nakuka, Jawan Jennings, Ray McLeod. I actually might move Nick Westbrook-Akine up to the Ray McLeod spot and put Ray McLeod in the Nick Westbrook-Akine spot. I think I'm going to do that right now in front of y'all. Appreciate you. It's done. So when you see it, it'll say that. Nick Westbrook-Akine and Nick Jawan Jennings. Same decision between Will Dissly and Kyle Pitts over here. I will let you know what I decide. Xavier Worthy and Ray McLeod back in the lineup. If Nick Bosa's back, I will be Nick Bosa. If not, it will be Jared Verse. B-Wags and Nick Cross are both on bye. I drafted Cooper DeJean. You see him right there going into the lineup, playing good for the Philadelphia Eagles defense. Jack Campbell, if you watch the Lions, you know that those linebackers be tackling stuff. And so I got Jack Campbell in the lineup for this week. Those are your lineups. Anthony Richardson also on bye with Nick Cross and Bobby Wagner. Those are your lineups for the week. Appreciate that. We will slide off one more again, and we will come back with the poopy doopy panty faces and a playoff rant. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are right back to it, and you know ain't nothing to it but to do it. Check. Appreciate you. Right into the platform poopy pass. I'm probably not gonna do that one all the time. I just like to hit the echo. All right, y'all know how I do. I do not make a list. I just slide through. So here we go. You can obviously tell that I started on my own team. Justin Herbert didn't pull up to the party. Only 8 fantasy points. I do not count it when people get hurt, so I'm going to skip over that. Everybody else got double digits. TJ Hawkinson, 5.8, didn't pull up to the party. Quentin Johnston, 2 catches, 12 yards, didn't pull up to the party. That Buccaneers defense got a little scrappy, a.k.a. Carolina Panthers. Appreciate you. George Kittle, 1 catch, 7 yards, didn't pull up to the party. Houston defense didn't pull up to the party. Cole Kmet, 3 catches, 26 yards. That did not pull up to the party. Appreciate you. That is it for his team because the rest of them pulled up to the party. Chuba, hubba, didn't pull up to the party this week. 2.3 fantasy points. He fumbled. Khalil Shakir, 4 catches, 30 yards, didn't pull up to the party. Amari Cooper has not been pulling up to the party. We will talk about that later at a later date. Justin Tucker missed 2 more field goals. Good Lord. What is going on over there? All of a sudden he's old. Tyler Lockett, 3 catches, 16 yards, didn't pull up to the party. Let's see here now then yet. DeAndre Swift, 39 yards. He catches a lot of balls, so he almost got 10 fantasy points. That boy Deveron snapped. 40 from Judy, 30 from Brock Bowers, Keenan Allen going off. A-Chan. He got Gibbs, dibs. Dibs on Gibbs. That Colts defense against the Patriots didn't pull up to the party. Brock Purdy was in the snow, didn't pull up to the party. That 49ers defense got snowed in, didn't pull up to the party. Did not pull up to the party. Y'all need to go grab my cards about that Scantling. I know that sounds weird, but go get him. Tank Dell. Stop starting Tank Dell, people. Didn't pull up to the party. Christian Watson, under 10 fantasy points, along with most of the Packers wide receivers. They don't pull up to the party. Jerome Ford had 7.2 cool fantasy points. Let me slide over here and see what that boy Nick Chubb did. 12. I'm not even using Nick Chubb. Y'all killing me. I didn't use him this week either. I thought I had something special. Thanks, Kyle Pitts. Boo, Kyle Pitts. Trevor Lawrence got hurt. And that's what happened. Concussion. K. Dot, 4 catches, 20 yards, didn't pull up to the party. That Minnesota defense got Arizona, didn't pull up to the party. Roman Dunes had 2 catches, 25 yards, did not pull up to the party. Appreciate you. J.K. Dobbins got hurt. J.K. Dobbins didn't even play this week. I'm tripping. Aaron Jones, his day was salvaged with a receiving touchdown. Otherwise, it would have been pretty bad. CeeDee Lamb did not pull up to the party. Damn, I never thought I would say that. CeeDee Lamb didn't pull up to the party. Y'all heard it here first. Let's see here now then. Jordan Addison only had 9 points this week. Youngway missed another field goal, didn't pull up to the party. I mean, he did. He had 7 points. Brees Hall, by his standards, didn't pull up to the party. Kareem Hunt, Isaiah Pacheco's back. That's probably over. Travis Etienne, I don't know if you still have a job. Appreciate you. Deebo Samuel hasn't been pulling up for a few weeks now. That's Juwan Jennings' #1 job over there now. Tank Bigsby, we'll see what happens with your situation over there. Will Disley didn't pull up to the party. Glass boy. God, I hate it. Calvin Ridley didn't pull up to the party. Kyle Pitts, goose egg, didn't pull up to the party. Appreciate you. That Browns defense got 0. I mean, they gave up 40. So there's that. Kirk Cousins did not pull up to the party. 2.1 fantasy points, 4 picks. You ugly for that. Appreciate you. Cooper Kupp, 3 catches, 17 yards, didn't pull up to the party. McCaffrey got hurt. He was on his way to doing spectacular things. Darnell Mooney, 3 catches, 20 yards. Kirk Cousins didn't pull up to the party, so it didn't help Darnell Mooney. One more team. Ken Walker, 49 yards, didn't pull up to the party against that Jets defense. Garrett Wilson, quiet. Demario Douglas, quiet. These are potential people who are on the field all the time. Gus Edwards, quiet. That Falcons run defense is pretty solid. Tony Pollard fumbled, didn't pull up to the party. Appreciate you. Javonte Williams had 1 yard. 1 rushing yard. 3 receiving yards on a touchdown. That's how his day got salvaged. Rams defense got cinched. Didn't pull up to the party. Baker Mayfield had a low down week. Touchdown, 2 picks, didn't pull up to the party. But Bucky Irving had an up week, so that's why they still won. And that is your platform. Poopy doopy 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 doopy. Those are the people who didn't pull up to the party as far as I could tell. And I go through starters and bench. So, like, if they didn't start somebody and they didn't pull up to the party even though they was on the bench, I'm going to find you. All right, push that to the side for a quick congratulations to the people that made it to the playoffs. Clap it up for yourselves. Mama, we made it. I am in the playoffs in one league. I am close to the playoffs in another league. And I am fighting for my playoff life in the Dynasty League because I was 2-6. Do you remember I was 2-6? And now we're 4-1 in the last 5 games. Get your handcuffs, get your security blankets. You know, like for one of my leagues, I had J.K. Dobbins, but I picked up Gus Edwards just because he was on the waivers. And, you know, they scare me when they say J.K. Dobbins has a history for injury. And he does. So I just want to be prepared. Just for that week, ends up getting hurt. Now I don't have to go on the waivers and search for Gus Edwards or anything like that. He was already on my bench. It's late / early over here. That was a big yawn. And my nose tingle. No, but the playoffs are here. It is week 14 coming up. Like, that is the last week of most regular seasons. Unless you're crazy like me, I go to week 15. But get your duckies in a row. Get your rosters padded up. You know what I'm saying? Get your backup players. Hopefully you guys didn't go through what I went through while I was trying to get some good pieces in place. trying to trade with these fools. Nobody wasn't having it. That's fine, though. We gonna get it out the mud in these streets. The universe will speak. I tried. But, I mean, I get it. Like, when a team's 9-2 or 9-3 or whatever, and they don't have Saquon, why would you want to give them Saquon? Or when a team's 7-2 or 7-1 and they don't have Derrick Henry, but you don't have any receivers and they got Drake London, why would you give him Derrick Henry? You would just suffer through not having no receivers, right? And fighting for your playoff life. And that's okay. That's okay. Obviously, I am still salty about the trade thing. What's going to make me feel the best is winning a title. That's what's going to make me feel the best. But I'm going to feel good. I'm going to take my division championship. I'm going to take this 2 seed. I'm going to take this bye week. And I'm going to watch 2 teams get eliminated in the first round. And none of them are going to be me. And that's going to make me feel good. So, but I'm still going to have to win 2 matchups in order to get what I really want out of this. So, we are locked, and loaded, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck to everybody in the playoff hunt. Good luck to everybody in the matchups this week, except my opponents, because you the ops. I can't not say it. But I really good luck to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to win in this thing, you know. James, for the old Savvy Dabby Duke, for your Booski Duke. You know, we got to underline little stipulation for this one because I think you might be out the playoffs if I beat you this week. You might be out that thing if I beat you this week. So we will see. There is some motivation there for your boy. Who I play this week? Kevin. He's not out of it, but not a good shot to get in it in the old OG special. And I also played someone who's also right in the thick of the playoff hunt in the Savvy Dabby Dupe, but yeah, Booski Dupe. I mean, the sleeper app. I'm tripping. In the sleeper app. I play somebody who's in the playoff hunt with me. So, this is the week. We got a couple of seats to lock up. And we're going to see what this thing looking like. And I love you guys. I appreciate you all. Same time, same place next week. 10 o'clock sharp on the dot. Love y'all. See y'all then. Appreciate y'all.